Creating peace for myself has been very powerful in my day-to-day life. We can have a list of so many tasks to do in the work environment, outside of our home, when we're dealing with other people. It can be very overwhelming. So if you don't know how to create moments of peace in your day, stay tuned to this video. Hey, so I just got home from work and I realized that instantly I took a deep breath. My shoulders dropped and I didn't feel tense because I'm in my safe place. My home is a comfort area and it brings me so much joy and peace that I just took a moment to look around at the things that I have, and I have so much gratitude for that. And I got inspired to make this video because as people, we get very overwhelmed sometimes with life's tasks, going to work, the day-to-day hustle and bustle of just being out in the community, doing things that we don't take time for ourselves and actually create the peace that we all deserve. So I wanted to share this video with someone out there to remind you that peace is very powerful. And when you create the peace for your own good, for your inner self, that makes you feel comforted, that makes you feel safe, then you can live and conquer every single day with gratitude and peace, because you know that you can always go right back to that feeling and center yourself when you feel overwhelmed and when you're going through just the chaos of the day-to-day stuff. So I wanted to share with you how I created the peace for myself today and the things that I enjoy doing that brings me comfort in a midst of chaos. So for me, what I like to do is set aside 10 to 15 minutes to simply sit and have a glass of water or have a cup of tea and just sit and enjoy what I'm feeling. How does the water feel going down my throat? How does the tea smell as it seeps into the cup? Taking a moment to just sit still. Sometimes when we're just sitting still, not doing anything, is when we find the most mental clarity, is when our visions come to mind, is when our next idea may break through. And sometimes you may just simply rest and turn off your mind and not think of anything, which is absolutely okay. And it's the most hardest thing to do because as people, our mind is always going, whether we're thinking about the next thing we have to clean in the home, we're thinking about what we're going to eat for dinner, we're thinking about when we got to go grocery shop, you're thinking about what you have to do for your children or what you have to do for your spouse or whatever it is. The mind is always going at some point. So you have to find a way to shift from that, such as meditation, which is what I like to do. I turn on maybe like jazz music or some type of gospel instrumental sound in the background, and I simply just lay there and allow my mind to drift off into nothing. And this is very comforting to me, and it's also a safe place of peace. Peace can be having a workout, which for me is Pilates. I really enjoy doing a Pilates workout, and instantly I feel just in my own zone, disconnected for the world, just for that 30 minutes of my workout. Afterwards, I feel very good. I feel at peace and I feel at ease, and I'm just ready to take on the rest of my evening. Feeling of just holding yourself like this and giving yourself a hug. Sometimes we don't have people around us that we like getting hugs from, but you can be intentional about hugging yourself. And I know it may look a little silly to some, but it actually feels really good. Like when you go like this and just move your hands around, it's kind of like a mini massage, and it wakes your body up. It gives you that stimulating feel, that arousal, that energy, that good positivity. Try it. Trust me, you will feel amazed. I do it all the time, and it has changed my world because it reminds me that I got me. Regardless of if you're around your family, around your friends, around your spouses, around your boyfriends, your girlfriends, whoever it is, you have to remember that peace comes from within. So you always, and when I say always, have to commit to doing what's good for you. That's like a Snapple fact. You just always have to do that. At the end of the day, you are the co-creator with God of your life, and you have to create those moments so that way you can center yourself and have something to always turn to when the world is up against so many things, or when you are up against so many things and you don't know which way to turn. Just center yourself. Remember that you are the creator of your own peace, and you cannot look to anybody else in your life to create it for you. You have to be very intentional about how you allocate your time and where your energy is going, because if you don't have a moment to yourself in areas of your day that you feel centered and safe, then you're always going to be on go until you're burned out. And when you're burned out, it doesn't feel good. Sometimes when we overwork ourselves, our body can feel that. It comes from different aches. It comes from lack of sleep. It comes from sickness. A lot of different things can occur externally, but it's always gonna reach inside if you don't take moments for yourself. So I challenge you today to choose 5 different things that you enjoy doing that brings you peace, that brings you comfort and makes you feel safe, and do it for Monday through Friday. Then take note of how each thing made you feel. And over time, you can either evaluate and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try something different because I didn't like doing that activity, but now I'm going to do something else. And then eventually, when you do it every day, it becomes a habit. So things for me that I'm focused on this week are having a cup of water and adding chlorophyll, because I really enjoy chlorophyll. It has a lot of good health benefits, antioxidants, it cleanses the body, and it's like a natural deodorant and make you feel good, smell good, and get everything out. And it's good for your digestive health. Another thing that I will be doing is reading for comfort and leisure, something that is funny, something that is entertaining, because reading to me has become very much fun. And I've always picked up books, but I kind of drifted off a little bit. But as an adult, I started reading again. So that's going to be number 2. Third thing for me is coming home after work and getting on my Pilates machine, because doing my Pilates reformer workout makes me feel at ease. It gives me a sense of peace, and it's a workout. It makes you feel good. And sometimes we may not want to exercise and work out, but it connects with our hormones and it balances everything as they should be working. And a lot of people don't realize that working out sometimes it's not fun, but it's very beneficial. And eventually, once you get in a habit of doing an exercise, it may become fun. The 4th thing that I will be doing that brings me peace is taking a nice relaxing evening shower and just doing all my skincare, my face, putting on my creams, lighting a candle. I make it a whole romance. Like every evening I light a candle, or I play my diffuser with the essential oil. I put some music in the background, or whatever is the latest thing that I'm into, I'll have it like playing in the background, and I romanticize my showers, and it instantly makes me feel comforted. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body, and I have peace. Like a lot of the times people rush and go in the shower when you like press for time, but I am being very intentional this week with my shower time. I am going to allocate the time that I need, and I'm not going to rush. I like to use different soaps that have different scents and do different things for my body. So I will be taking care of that every evening without missing a day and doing my full facial. The 5th thing that I'll be working on this week is using my planner and actually just taking time to look at everything that I want to do this week, jot it down, and then feel good about organizing it. When I don't have any organization or any structure, it doesn't make me feel good. It contributes to my overwhelm and my brain going all over the place in whack. So I'm being very intentional this week. So I think that's all I got for you all today. I hope that you got something out of this video regarding peace, and I hope that you be intentional about your life moving forward. And honestly, some days we can't have it all, right? Because some days are more busier than others. But even if it's just 5 minutes You can do 5 minutes. You can take time for yourself with no excuses. Set an alarm and have a moment for yourself. 10 to 15 minutes. I challenge you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in my next video.